Okay, so if a line has an x-intercept, x equals 9, and a y-intercept, y equals -5, find its equation in the form y equals mx plus b. Okay, well, what are we going to do? The first thing to do is to realize these are 2 points. Let me show you. I'm going to do a little graph. You don't have to make a graph, but I just want to make it clear. When they say x is 9, remember, this is the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like right there. This is the x-axis. They mean that point right there, right? X equals 9. So that's actually the point 9, 0, isn't it? X is 9, y is 0. Okay, and then the other point is y equals -5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 5, right? -5. It's right there. And that's actually the point 0, -5 on the y-axis. So that's the x and the y. So I just wanted to make it clear that those 2 points they're giving us, x equals 9, they both have a 0 with them. It's 9, 0, and the -5 is 0, -5. Just to make that clear, that's what we're talking about when we do this. And so they want us to come up with the equation of this line. Now, let me show you the quick way to do this. Now, we could do it the long way, meaning we have 2 points. We could find the slope between them and then do the slope equation and all that monkey business. But look, once you have a nice little graph like this, watch what you can do. We just connect these dots, just to be clear. We're talking about a line like that, right? We're talking about the line that goes through those 2 points. That's what they want us to find. The line that goes through the x-intercept over x equals 9 and the y-intercept -5. We'll look at that line for a second. And they want the equation y equals mx plus b, right? Now, we've dealt with this before. Remember what the b is, what this number out here is? Anybody remember? Remember, it's the vertical intercept, the vertical or y-intercept, same thing. So what's the y-intercept? Well, -5, right? So that's just going to be -5. By the way, if that bugs you, you think, well, Mr. N is plus. Well, plus a -5 is the same thing as just -5. It makes no difference. Adding a negative is just the same thing as subtracting. So just make it -5. Okay, now that was nice. What's the slope though? What is the slope right here? I mean, what is the m? The m is the slope, I should say. So the number next to x, the m is the slope. Remember what slope is? Rise over run. So once you have a graph, you can just look at that graph and say, oh, I can tell what the rise and run are. From right here, to get from this point to this point, what's your rise and run? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 5 is your rise. And then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over 9 is your run. Rise over run, 5 over 9. And it's positive. Positive 5 over positive 9, right? Because from this point to that point, I went up 5 over 9. So the slope is 5/9. So then the equation is y equals, and then just put the 5/9 in front of the x, and then -5, done. We don't have to mess around with any slope equations. We don't have to do the fractions and the cross canceling and all that stuff. See how that's a little quicker and easier? So all we have to do is, if we put these 2 points, the x over 9 and the y down 5, put them on the graph, and then the -5 is the vertical intercept. That's the number in the y equals mx plus b. That's the b. That's the number at the back. The vertical or y-intercept is -5. And then the slope, the m, the number in front of x, the fraction is rise over run. So just rise and run 5/9, and we're done, just like that.